It's a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful place. Prince Edward Island. On one side, the Atlantic. Behind me, well, it could be the ocean, but it's actually a pretty wide river. And I'm on a golf course. My first time playing golf in Canada, but it will not be my last. Prince Edward Island occupies a cozy spot in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, so it's easy to miss on the map. PEI, for short, is where Canada, the entire nation, was conceived. A really big idea, but PEI became its smallest province. As such, it embraces a somewhat quaint lifestyle. The biggest city, Charlottetown, isn't really big. You can easily explore the town by foot, and parts of it, like the restaurant district, have a European flair, where charming is the operative word.
It's a slower pace, it feels like vacation, it smells like vacation. We call it the island way of life. And then the people reflect that too as well. It's very laid back, there's no hustle and bustle, no traffic.
There's something fishy about the place, in a good way. It's a seafood lover's paradise, especially when it comes in a shell.
When you come to Prince Edward Island, enjoy our delicious lobster. But not this guy, he's my 5-pound pet.
Most of the mussels in the U.S. come from here. So plentiful are these little shelled morsels that at 2 courses, they're offered up instead of peanuts. Now that we've segued into golf, by car, it's never more than an hour to reach any of 27 courses hovering near the north and south shorelines of the island. Closest to Charlottetown is Fox Meadow, little more than a Dustin Johnson wallop from the driving range. Like almost all the PEI courses, it's scenic to a fault. Generous fairways framed by formidable fescue areas. Fortunately, it's fescue done right, not so close that it dominates play by intimidation. The seaside invokes images of the British Isles, and the Highland theme of choice is Scottish. While Dunderaig may have a Gaelic bond, the design crusaders were a couple Yanks, Michael Herdson and Dana Fry. They crafted a beautifully balanced course, taking advantage of all the countryside has to offer. With its huge greens, it's very much a modern design that challenges you to bring every skill as a golfer. Glasgow Hills. Wow! Very player-friendly, but very challenging. Uphill, downhill, side hill, it's a scenic roller coaster of elevation changes. And while the pull of the valley below makes putting a geological mystery, well, that's part of the fun. Another Highland fling awaits at Eagles Glen. Rolling through the hills, it became apparent to me that another theme was emerging here. PEI has a small population, but an abundance of lush acreage to fill the gaps. So, very large greens are the norm. However, similarity doesn't mean it's all the same.
Because we're an island, there's always at least a gentle breeze here, so many of the courses will change from day to day depending on the wind. It's a great experience. It changes the golf course experience, and most of our courses have a water or ocean side or water view.
Pebble Beach's Spyglass Hill was inspired by the novel Treasure Island. Likewise, the Green Gables Golf Club is named in honor of a fictional character who was supposed to have lived here, Anne. And it's on an island, so there's the connection, eh? It's another striking layout that tests your ability to deal with elevation, irrigation, and tribulation. All these courses have earned a place in my heart, even more so because they offer my favorite drink, the Bloody Caesar in tribute to the clam. Green Gables was revitalized by renowned Canadian architect Thomas McBroom, whose handiwork I first encountered some 2,000 miles to the south at Royal St. Kitts in the Caribbean. A master of land and water, McBroom's crown jewel is the links at Crowbush Cove. Ranked among the top 10 in Canada, Crowbush takes a backseat to no one. A magnificent layout that begins as parkland and evolves into seaside. It's a journey that literally is on par with the best surf and sand designs anywhere. The next time you plan a trip to the islands, instead of just thinking south, consider a trip to Prince Edward Island and the Great White North.